Hello everyone. Today our topic is how to group by and aggregate on multiple columns. So we'll see the content of this video. So first one is how to group by and aggregate by using multiple columns. So multiple columns means in group by how to use multiple columns and in aggregate how to use multiple aggregate functions. So it is for both the cases. And how to filter on aggregate data. So that means after doing aggregation, how to do filter based on aggregated column. So then how to do sort and how to do order by. So to sort either in ascending or descending, we'll see how to do by using these both methods. So first I'm importing required functions here. So all aggregate functions I'm importing here. And this is my sample data frame. And if you see here, I have this many columns: employee name, department, state, salary, age, and bonus. So this is my sample data frame and I have total 9 rows. So first what I'm doing, first we'll see how to apply multiple columns on group by function. So grouping by multiple columns. So that means, so whenever you use group by, so df dot group by, and inside that, so we can pass either single column or multiple columns. So I already made one video how to do group by and aggregation by using single column. So this video is mainly for how to apply multiple columns, both in case of group by and aggregation. So group by, and inside that I'm passing the columns. So one is a department column and city. So for passing multiple columns, I'm using list here. So like list of elements. And my aggregate column is this one. Aggregate function is this one, sum of salary. So this one, either we can write directly sum of salary, or you can use dot agg, and inside that you can pass this sum of salary. So like this. So since I have here multiple aggregate functions, I used dot agg. And if you see here, this is one of my aggregate function, sum of price column, and here sum of quantity. So this is one aggregate function. So generally dot agg we use so whenever we have multiple aggregate functions. And same way for single aggregate function also we can use it. So either you can follow this method directly writing the aggregate function, or we can write like dot agg and inside aggregate function. Maybe I'll try to write here. So you can follow either of the method. So here dot agg, and inside that our aggregate function, that is sum of salary. So additionally you can write alias here. So alias sum of salary. Okay. So this is about to group by multiple columns, and here I used single aggregate function. And next, grouping by multiple columns. So multiple columns with multiple methods. So that means df dot group by. So here this list of elements, either you can write like this, all the column names you can write it, or you can write one column name, or one you can write the uh, index of the column. So that means this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6. So here 2 means it will come department. Okay, so group by department. So I think here I need to change this one because department already is there. So maybe I can rename to 3. So that what will happen? We are doing group by on. Maybe I can take like here a department, city is in. So instead of state, okay, I think this is a state. So I can rename this to state. So this I will rename to state, and at the same time that number also I will change to 3. So here 3 is there. So that means this is department column and 3 means this one, state column. So either of the method we can follow this one. So these 3 methods, either of the method you can follow this. So this is multiple columns on group by, and here group by on multiple aggregations. So that means here multiple columns means inside group by function we are writing multiple columns. At the same time, multiple aggregations means here. So here in .agg we can write multiple aggregate functions. So one is sum of price, one more is sum of quantity. So in group by, currently I kept only single column. So group by product, we have product, no. So what I will do, I will write department. So group by department dot aggregate. So inside that I have two aggregate functions. Okay, so this is the syntax and two scenarios. One is a group by on multiple columns and one more is group by on multiple aggregations. So now we'll see the scenario. So my scenario is first one, grouping data by multiple columns. That means inside group by, I'm using multiple columns. That is a department and state. And after doing group by, I want to do compute the maximum value of another column. So here another column is salary. So first I will do group by based on these two columns, department and state. After doing group by, I am applying max aggregate function on salary column. So that means if you see the PPT, so here total salary, okay, not this one, multiple columns. Okay, so here, so this is our example. If you see here, our data frame is initial data frame is this one, sample data frame. On top of that, I'm going to explain this one, how it is working. So first we'll see about group by department and state. If you see here, whatever I given coloring here, so department and state. So for department wise, we have sales is there, 3 rows are there. And for finance, we have 4 rows, and marketing, we have 2. But when you group by both department and state, if you see first this combination, sales combination. So in sales, NY, sales NY, sales NY. So it comes one group. So this is one group. And in sales, we have one leftover row. So that sales CA, so that is one group. And next, if you come to finance, in finance, state, if you look at state, finance, CA, we have 2. So this is one group. And finance, NY, we have one more group. And marketing CA, one group. Marketing NY, one group. So now that is about group by. So now group by combination is selected here. On top of that, what we are doing here is aggregate function max of salary. So max of salary means first we'll come to this group. So in this group, here how many rows we have? 2 rows. So this max function on which column we are applying? On this salary column. So in this salary column, we have two rows for this particular group. So among these two, it has to pick what is the maximum value. So that is 90,000. So if you see here, so sales NY, we are getting 90,000. So next we'll go for other group. So here sales CA, since we have only one row, so the maximum value is this one, 81,000. So here sales CA maximum value is 81,000. And if you go for other group, so here finance CA, and for this we have two rows. So these two. So among these two, our max value is this one, 99,000. So we are getting here. So finance CA, we are getting 99,000. One more is next group is finance NY. So here we have two rows, and in this maximum value is 83,000. So here next finance is 83,000. So next we'll go for other group. So this is marketing CA. So here we have only one group, and here also we have only one group. We'll get same values, 80,000, 91,000. See here, 80,000, 91,000. So this how it will do group by using multiple columns. So next, what I'm doing here is same group by on multiple columns. So here what I did, so max salary. So here what I'm doing, sum. I'm using aggregate function of sum, but inside that I'm selecting two columns, multiple columns I'm selecting here. But if you see here in under max, for max function, I selected only salary column. But here I selected both the columns, salary and bonus. So what will happen after doing aggregation, means after doing group by using these two columns, then the sum value, that means total value, it will give for salary column and bonus column. If you see here, so based on this, this is our first group. See here, sum of salary. So first, if you go for salary column, for this particular group, sum means it will add these two values. So what will get? 1,76,000 will get first. See here. So for sales, NY, sum will get 1,76,000. Next, and at the same time, for bonus. So for bonus, we'll get 30,000. So 1,76,000, 30,000. 1,76,000, 30,000. So next we'll go for other group, that is this group, sales CA. Since we have single value, so 81,000, 23,000. So 81,000, 23,000. Next our group is finance CA. So here sum is 90,000, 99,000. So that means 1,89,000, 47,000. 1,89,000, 47,000. And next group is this one, finance NY. So if you do sum of this one, so 83,000 plus 79,000, and here 19,000 plus 15,000. So you'll get this value, 1,62,000, 34,000. And next, if you go for other group, so these two are single row, so we'll get same values, 80, 8, 91, 21. 80, 18, 80, 18, 91, 21. So these are about multiple columns. So sum of multiple columns. So next what I'm doing, group by on sale, department and state. So here I'm doing mean of salary. So in first case, we saw about sum of salary, max of salary, max of salary. So here we are going to see mean of salary. So mean of salary means, so same combination. So mean of salary means for this first group, we have two values. So it will add up these two values, 90,000, 90,000, 86,000. So total 1,76,000 by 2. So 88,000 will get. So here 88,000 will get. So mean of salary for first group. And similar way for second group also. Since we have single value, this 81,000 will get as it is, and last two will get as it is. 81, 80, 91. So 81, 80, oh, 80, and this one 91. And similar way for these two, for this group, 90 plus 99, 189, 189 by 2, and here 83 plus 79 by 2. So we get these two values, average value. So next we'll go for average, average of salary. So mean of salary and average of salary will get same result, same values will get. And next one is group by. This is same department and state. So here what I want to do is I want to count the rows in each group. So if I go for first group, so this is my first group. Here how many rows are there? Two. So here one, here two, here two, here one, one. So two, one, two, two, one, one. So here two, one, two, two, and one, one. Okay, so it will give you the count for each department. So next is group by department, employee name, and state. And if you do group by based on these three columns, and on top of that, we are counting. So that means each group, how many rows are there. So here, I will explain here only. So employee name, department, state. If you see here, we have only one rows. We don't have any multiple rows for each combination. See here, all are individual combination. So what will happen? So for each one, it will give you count as one. Because based on these three columns, we are getting same 9 rows, 9 combinations, and we have each one row. Each one row we have. So next one is grouping data by column and computing multiple aggregate functions for another column. So here I'm doing group by on department column. So first thing is group by on department column and aggregate function. Inside aggregation, I'm using multiple aggregate functions. So that is average, sum, count. So for average, average salary, this one, and total salary, this one, and num measurement, this one. So first what will happen? Group by departments. So group by departments, if I come here, so if I do group by on this department column, so I will get three groups. One is sales, finance, marketing. So after that, after doing group by, what I'm doing, I'm going to print multiple aggregate functions. That means three columns I'm generating. If you see first aggregate function, so that is average salary. So these three for first department, we have three rows. That means three salaries we have. So average means it will add these three values and it will divide by 3. And similar way for second department is 4 values by 4, divide by 4. And for third department, we have 2 rows. It will add up these 2 values and it will divide by 2. So that particular value will get here. For sales, so we are getting this one first. For sales, after sum up and dividing by respective number of rows, we'll get average of this one. So similar way, if you do sum up, what will get? So for first row, we have 3 rows. So 90, 86, 81. So if you do add up, what will get? 116, 117, and 90,000. So we'll get 2,57,000. And for second department, we have 4 rows. It will add all these values. It will do sum up and it will give you this value, 3,51,000. And similar way, we have 2 rows, 91 plus 81. So we'll get value of this one. And at the same time, count, since count, if I do count, so what will happen? For each group, it will count the number of values. So here I have 3, and here I have 4, here I have 2. So 3, 4, 2 I will get. See here, 3, 4, 2 I will get. So next one is same thing, group by on department and aggregate function. What I'm doing here is, here I used 3 aggregate functions, average, sum, count. So here average, sum, count, and if you see here average on salary, sum on salary, and count on salary. So these 3 things will be same because same aggregation department wise, and sum of salary will get same, average will get same, and count will get same, 342, and only additional I given this one, sum and max of bonus. So if I go first group, so in this group for bonus column, among these 3 rows, it will do sum up. And here it will do these 4 rows sum up. And here these 2 rows, it will do sum up. So that value will get here, sum of bonus. And at the same time, for max bonus, if you go to first combination, that means first department. So among these 3 rows, what is the maximum value? 23. So for first combination, you'll get 23 maximum bonus. And if you check for second finance department, so here among these 4, our maximum value is 99,000. So here 99,000, here 91,000. So here maximum bonus, which one I saw maximum bonus. Yeah, so for finance, maximum bonus is 24 and here 21, 24, 21. So here 24, 21. Okay, so next we'll see using filter on aggregated data. So it is similar to SQL having class. On PySpark data frame, we can use either where or filter function to filter the rows of aggregated data. So in SQL, we have having class to filter the records, but in PySpark, we have 2 options. So one is where and filter. So either of the function, we can use it, but in real time, people use maximum filter. So here, this group by and group by department, this is common up to here. And on top of that, doing aggregate function. So one is for average, average of price, and average of price and sum of quantity. So after doing this, what I'm doing is here I'm using where. That means I'm filtering based on total quantity. So that means based on this column, I'm filtering if this total quantity is greater than or equal to 2. So we'll see here. So group by department, and here I'm using dot aggregate AGG, and inside that I'm using count function. So whenever you use AGG for count function, you have to write star. So what it gives, if you do group by on department, we have 3 groups, and here we'll get 3, 4, 2. So 3, 4, 2 we'll get. For first line of code, we'll get this is the result. So next, on top of that, what I'm doing, on top of that, I'm using filter function. In filter, what I'm doing, number of employees, that means this column is greater than 1. So is greater than means, so here all 3 records we have greater than 1 only. So that is why we are getting same result. Okay, so this how you can filter. So first we can do group by operation like this, and later you can use filter option, filter function. So next one, same group by department, and this is sum of salary, average of salary, sum of bonus, maximum bonus, count salary. So up to here we saw already, and if you see here, this one. So on top of this data frame, I'm using filter condition. So what is my filter condition here? Filter sum of bonus is greater than or equal to 50,000. So now we'll see here what is sum of bonus column. This one, if it is greater than or equal to 50,000. So but here all our values are greater than, okay, except one value. These two values are greater than 50,000. So what it will give? It will give you the output only these two rows. This marketing, it will filter out. See here, we are getting only two, which are greater than 53,000. So like this, you can do group by and aggregation on multiple columns. And on top of that, you can use filter functions. Okay, so that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.